Today, student, I'm going to start the topic from the class 10 life process chapter, Human Respiratory System. So, learning objective. By the end of this session, you are able to list the structure that make up the respiratory system, and you are able to differentiate between two parts of respiratory system. Before starting that, first let's know about the respiration in different animals. Animals in unicellular animals like amoeba, planaria, respiration occurs with the help of cell membrane, with the help of their plasma membrane. In earthworm, it takes place with the help of their skin. In aquatic animals which are living in water, like fish and prawns, with the help of gills. Insect like grasshopper, cockroach, respiration occur with the help of spiracles and trachea. Land animals like we humans, birds, the respiration occur with the help of lungs. So I'm going to discuss about the respiratory system in human. Before starting the topic, student or so many of you are confused the difference between the breathing and respiration. There is a lot of difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing involves the process of inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. Respiration is the process of breaking down of glucose to produce energy, which is then used by cells to carry out the cellular function. Breathing takes place in the lungs. Respiration takes place in cells. Breathing is a voluntary physical process. Respiration is an involuntary chemical process. It means we breathe with our will, but we cannot respire with our will. So no energy is produced during breathing, but when we are respiring, in the process of respiration, the oxidation of would take place, which release energy, which energy is released in the form of ATP. Now, student, I'm going to start the topic, respiratory system in human. In human, as the diagram is visible in front of you, in human beings, the respiration main organ involved in the process of respiration are nose, nasal passage, trachea, which is also known as windpipe, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. So the human respiratory system begins from the nose. Then it goes into the nose, from it goes to the nasal passage. The nasal passage is lined with fine air and mucus. When air passes through the nasal passage, the dust particles and other impurities present in it are trapped by nasal hair and mucus, so that clean air enters inside and it goes into lungs. The part of throat between the part of throat, which is also known as pharynx, means between the mouth and windpipe, is called pharynx. Is called pharynx. This is a diagram of pharynx. Soft palate. This is a bony structure which separate the upper jaw and lower jaw. Okay, from the nasal passage here enters into pharynx and then goes into the windpipe. Windpipe is also known as a trachea. Windpipe is also known as a trachea. The trachea, it does not collapse if there is no air in it, because there is a ring of cartilage present in it which support it when there is no air in it. Then again, there is a structure, that one is about that I'm discussing about the larynx. Okay, larynx is the trachea runs down and runs down the neck and divide into smaller sac tube structure at its lower end. And it's connected, there is a branch like a structure, that one is two branch like a structure, that one is known as a bronchi. The bronchi are connected to two lungs. The lungs lies in the chest cavity or thoracic cavity, which is separated from the abdominal cavity by a muscular partition called diaphragm. Each bronchus divide into lungs to form a large number of tiny, smaller tubes, which is called bronchioles. And at the wall of alveoli, at the end, there is a presence of a alveoli. Alveoli are very thin and they are surrounded by very thin blood vessels, which help in the exchange of gases. It means oxygen to come in and carbon dioxide to go out. So this is the diagram of human respiratory system. Structure involves in respiratory passage. Again, these are the structure. The air passes from external nostrils to nasal chambers, then to internal layers, then to nasopharynx, then it goes to the glottis, a part of larynx, then it goes to trachea, then it goes to primary bronchi, then the pathway is secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi, bronchioles, alveolar duct, alveolar sac, and then it goes to the valvular structure. That one is alveoli. So it is a system consisting of respiratory passage and respiratory organs. In that respiratory organ are a pair of lungs. Respiratory passage takes air from outside to the respiratory surface of lungs, which consists of a pair of nostrils, a nasal cavity, a pair of internal layers, and then nasopharynx. Then it moves to the glottis, a part of larynx. Then it goes to the trachea, which is also known as a windpipe. And then it goes to the branches to the different bull-like structure, that is primary bronchi, then to secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi. At last, then afterward it moves to the small tubule-like structure, bronchioles, and then pass to the alveolar duct, alveolar sac, and then to the alveoli. Okay, so just I'm going to explain about every organ involved in the respiration of human. First, about the external nostril. External nostrils is a pair of there is a pair of external nostrils present in the first part of respiratory passage. These are the whole of our nose opening out above the upper lips. This lead to nasal chamber of nasal cavity through the nasal passage. Nasal chambers are two in numbers. The epithelial lining of cavities is known as respiratory epithelium. The epithelium also possesses a gland. It is richly supplied with blood vessel. Mucus is produced by Gottlieb cell. Function of this mucus from Gottlieb cell is to make the surface sticky for trapping dust particles present in the inhaled layer. Now move to the internal layers that leads to nasopharynx. Pharynx, which is also known as a throat, is divided into three regions: the nasopharynx, the oropharynx, and the laryngopharynx. Anatomy of pharynx. This is the pharynx, is three divisions: nasopharynx, oropharynx, hypopharynx. Then it leads to the esophagus and trachea. An upper part of the trachea is larynx, which is also known as a voice box. Nasopharynx is flanked by a concha of nasal cavity and serves only as an airway. It also consists of a pharyngeal tonsil. The oropharynx is a pathway for both ear and food. Then again, laryngopharynx is posterior to larynx, which continue the route for ingested materials and air until its inferior end. Then the air pass to the larynx. Larynx is a cartilaginous structure which is inferior to the which present back to the laryngopharynx that connect the pharynx to the trachea and helps to regulate the volume of air that enters and leaves the lungs. Larynx is also known as sound box or voice box. It helps in the production of sound. It makes up of cartilage present in the upper part of trachea. That is glottis. Whenever we are swelling of food, we know about that. There is a common pathway, that one is the pharynx, from where the food is passing to the esophagus. In that, there is a during swelling of food, this glottis can be covered by epiglottis, which is a leaf-shaped cartilaginous structure, which is made up of elastic cartilage. Epiglottis is covering or lead of glottis to prevent the entry of food into windpipe during swelling. Then, after passing the larynx, it goes to the trachea, which is also known as windpipe, which is straight tube standing up the mid-thoracic cavity, which is commonly called chest cavity. It's divided into left and right primary bronchi at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae. It is lined by incomplete cartilaginous strings to prevent it from collapsing during inspiration. This is a diagram of trachea. Okay, and there is having the ring of cartilage. Bronchi, each bronchus undergoes repeated division and it forms its branches and branches into secondary and tertiary branches. Finally, bronchioles give rise to a number of very thin, well-supplied vessels, irregular valve balloon-like structure, which is called alveoli. About there is a 300 alveoli present in two lungs. The alveoli are very minute, stack of air with thin wall, single-celled, which is supplied with blood vessels and which help in the exchange of gases. Indeed, in exchange of gas and oxygen to come in and CO2 to come out from the lungs. So lung are the main center, main organ of the respiration in human and other vertebrates. They are located in the thoracic cavity or just near the backbone on the other side of the heart. They are compared to the left one. It's quite bigger than the head. Thanks, Shepherd. Thanks to all of you.